I'm Christian Andrade with the Grady Daily. And here's 3 brief stories to start your day. This arrow marks the exact spot where Davis's car flipped into a ditch here 33 years ago. Only teachers can come get books at the Teacher Sneak Peek. Some groups met here, following the North Oconee River all the way around Dudley Park on kayaks. 23 years ago today, tragedy struck America. We wanted to find out what it took to legally buy a gun here in Georgia, so I'm here now in the parking lot of a local gun shop to buy one myself. You'll come straight through the doors, get checked in by a blood ambassador on the left, and then take a seat in the waiting room and get ready to help save a life. Zombie Farms comes to Winterville this Saturday. The event starts at 7:30, and it's the 12th annual Haunted Trail. The teacher reuse store is open for 10 days out of the month, so teachers can come get pencils, a computer monitor, and even this whole filing cabinet for free. It's kind of like I'm Batman and you're Robin. Nadia's Truth is a company that puts positive messages on journals, shirts, and hoodies. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm your host, Christian Andrade, and that's all for today's episode of Grady News Source.
It's been 33 years, and we are still working to try to find some type of resolution.
On a July night in 1991, as 21-year-old Kirsten Davis drove south on Highway 297 to her friend's house in Vidalia, someone shot her in the face with a shotgun, sending her car off the road.
Into the grass, and it hits the embankment, and then her vehicle turns upside down. Around 1:30 in the morning, 2 individuals that are in this area see her car, and they travel about a quarter mile up the road to a store, and they call 911.
Her killer still has yet to be found. This arrow marks the exact spot where Davis's car flipped into a ditch here 33 years ago. Now in a rural area like this, 33 years won't change too much, but 33 years on a case will take a big toll.
Yes, time does work against us.
But the GBI hasn't given up on this case yet.
We want this case solved, and we are spending time and effort and resources in attempting to do that so that hopefully we can bring justice to Kirsten and her family.
Davis had just graduated from Berry College with plans to be a public school teacher. In her free time, she mentored foster kids through the Big Sister program and worked at a Christian summer camp.
Miss Davis did not have a lot of variables or factors in her life that generally would elevate somebody's risk of becoming a victim of violent crime.
But the night Davis was shot, something elevated her risk.
Traveling on a rural highway that's dark, alone, in early in the morning hours.
The GBI still investigates this case today, offering a $10,000 reward to anyone who provides information leading to an arrest.
If you know somebody or heard of somebody that may have made some inappropriate comments about this case, something that seemed unusual, that stuck in somebody's mind, please relay that information.
Christian Andrade, 13 WMAZ News.
Got 2 from Georgia. I got 5 from Alabama. 1 at LSU.
Coach Scott Cochran is an 8-time national champion.
My saying is, yeah, 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 yeah! And so he named me Coach Yeah.
He got the nickname Coach Yeah from former Alabama football coach Nick Saban for his thundering voice.
I gotta yell over the music, and that's what gave me the headaches.
Cochran said he went to the doctor for years trying everything they gave him, but nothing stopped the migraines.
Then all of a sudden, they give me extended release oxy, and it was like, I can coach all day.
Until one day, he couldn't.
When I overdosed in 2020, when my wife found me dead, is when I knew I need help.
Last year, there were over 107,000 overdose deaths in America. After Cochran's overdose, he went straight to rehab. University of Georgia defensive tackle Warren Brinson remembers when he left.
First thing he did, came back, got in front of the whole team and told us, hey, this is what I was going through, this is a problem, and I went out and got help for it, and I mean, he's been doing great.
Since Cochran left rehab, he's used his voice to tell his story. He met Jeff Breedlove when he spoke at an Athens Recovery Warriors event in February.
We knew right away that that we were stronger together.
Breedlove was chief of staff for DeKalb County Commissioner Nancy Jester before he got arrested in 2016.
I've made the news. Everybody knows that I smoke crack, and No one's going to hire me.
He went to rehab and has been clean ever since.
I realized that I could live again.
Breedlove founded the American Addiction Recovery Association and invited Cochran to be the president.
What we are trying to do is do exactly what Susan G. Komen did for breast cancer, we're trying to do for addiction.
Thanks to the Susan G. Komen Foundation, athletes wear pink every October on fields across the nation to spread awareness for breast cancer. The AARA plans to do something similar to spread awareness for addiction.
Next year, September, is Recovery Month. Purple is our color. I've got Nike told me that they would give me 10 to 15 teams to actually wear purple on the sidelines and in the game.
If you want real conversations in America, you have them where real Americans are. And I would argue the most integrated part of our community, where it's diverse, is at a high school football game or a college football game.
Yeah, I will purple for Coach Cochran. Hell yeah, he's a good guy. Yeah.
Christian Andrade, Grady News Source.
I feel like everybody in this world is a butterfly in their own unique way.
Butterflies represent change, beauty, and hope.
3 things that I kept asking myself as I was healing and as I was going through my crisis. Is there going to be change? Am I beautiful enough? And is there going to be hope for me?
During COVID, Nadia Thomas lost 3 close relatives in just 6 weeks. Her mental health struggled.
One day when I found her in the house, I noticed the cut marks.
Thomas's mother, Giovanna Walker, took her straight to the hospital.
I didn't see any signs because Nadia is always a happy person.
Walker didn't know her daughter was going through a mental health crisis, but when she found out, it weighed on her.
It was very, very hard. It was even to a point where I was called an unfit parent. And I know that for me, I'm far from that. That part was hard.
Thomas recovered her mental health with therapy. Then she created a business. Nadia's Truth is a company that puts positive messages on journals, shirts, and hoodies. The company's mission is to spread mental health awareness among teens.
Yeah, that's Nadia Truth.
Thomas's business led her to win the Youth Leader Award.
I was happy. I felt good about it, knowing that how far I've came with my life.
Thomas has come a long way since the days of cutting herself. She now has a tattoo covering her self-wound scars.
Instead of looking at those scars, I look at this butterfly right here, and I know that I am beautiful. There is change for me, and there is a lot of hope for me in this world.
Christian Andrade, 13 WMAZ News.